Hey, 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 Pajama Grandma, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever time you happen to be seeing me or listening to my voice. I was challenged this year, earlier in the year, by my beautiful daughter to do one thing a day that scares me. She found this book, Do One Thing a Day That Scares You, on my bookshelf, and it had been sitting there since about 2014 because I bought it for a friend of mine, and we were in a business together, and we both needed to kind of get out of our comfort zone to make this business work. And I don't think I would say we were shy. We were good with talking to people one-on-one, but it was a network marketing company, and if you've ever been involved in a network marketing company before, you know that the strategies and the things that they often teach you are challenging for most human beings, let's be honest. Unless you're the most gregarious, outgoing person, that business model can be a difficult one, the way it is, well, the way it was taught back then and the way it's still being taught. Topic for another day. So I have admittedly gotten into somewhat of a rut and somewhat of a hermit type way of being, and so my daughter and my son have been trying to convince me that I need to get back into the world and start being who I really am. So she thought that me doing this challenge and doing one thing every day in this book would be an awesome way to do that. And I got to thinking, and I agreed with her. And although it was super duper scary 93 days ago, today's actually day 94. So for 3 months in a row now, I've been doing this, and I've just been taking one thing in this book, whatever comes up the next day, and that's the thing I do. And I'm actually writing in the book and documenting, because it's sort of a journal, exactly what I've done each day. And I've been keeping track of, if it was an utter failure, because let's be honest, there's been some things I've tried in the last 90 days to stretch my comfort zone or that were scary to me that I didn't necessarily successfully achieve, but I did go out and make an attempt to achieve them. That's the most important part, is that I didn't stay frozen in fear. I actually did something. I took some action to do it. Well, today is another one of the days which, if you've been following me at all, you know I don't really care for, because they mean I have to do more work and more effort. Challenge, maybe that's important. So maybe I need to get over my fear of seeing blank lines. These are the ones that really scare me, these grid ones. But I'm getting over that too, because the last one was really fun, and it was about athletic comfort zones. And so if I can get over that one, I can probably get over anyone. So today just has a couple of phrases, and it says, today's gains, today's pains. And so I would have something to talk about. I began thinking about, well, and yesterday I got a saying, so today I didn't really want to get a saying, but as I was preparing this, I was thinking, well, temporary pains lead to permanent gains in almost all areas of our life. Now, this is coming from a chronic pain person. I actually experience chronic pain pretty much every day of my life for the last 37 years. And if you tell somebody with chronic pain that pain is temporary, you get a whole lot of stuff and arguments. And that's, again, another topic for another day, because chronic pain is such an insidious thing in our lives. But I'm talking about stretching your comfort zone pain. I'm not talking about actual, chronic or physical pain. But, the most common example is going out to the gym and lifting weights and exercising. It temporarily makes your muscle hurt and burn, but that's how you gain more muscle mass, or that's how you build more muscle. And that's true with stretching our comfort zone and doing things that make us grow and that make us feel a little bit uncomfortable initially, but after we do it for 93 days, pretty soon we can just get on Facebook Live and start talking and rambling, and we don't really care what other people think. We don't really care that we've got our fresh out of bed hair and we're still in our pajamas. We just be ourselves, because I do a lot of my life fresh out of bed and in my pajamas. That's one of the reasons I was excited to go from my brick and mortar businesses and my offline world to this online world. I can actually be myself, and that's less painful than putting all the masks that I used to wear in corporate America and all the masks that I used to wear as a business owner. And it's not that we aren't partially all of those masks and those roles and those things we pretend to do, because they are part of us, or we wouldn't be doing them, but they're not necessarily the real me, the real you, the real person behind that. So today I said, for my pains and gains, I'll share what I'm going to do with my handy dandy magnifying glass. Today's gains, I'm looking to monetize, ask for the sale, and add calls to action to a lot of the content I'm creating. I create content every day, but I don't remember, or I don't put calls to action on hardly any of it. And I've known that for a couple months now, but I just haven't known how I want to get people involved or engage people. So I've been like, I forget to add the call to action. I do the content creation, but I need to add a call to action. That's my pain, is figuring out how to add a call to action, because if I add calls to action, it will give me the gains that I want, the more engagement, the ability to help more people and interact with more people. And the other thing I really need to continue to do is, and it's not really a pain, but I put it down under pain, is I'm going to do my chronic pain webinar again today. Not, I might do it like a lot more days. I'm going to try to do it more than once a week, because I'm trying to figure out when is the best time to reach people like me that have chronic pain. Sometimes it's in the morning. I happen to be a morning person, so even though one of the hardest things I have to do every single day is actually physically get out of bed, once I get moving, my best time of day is actually first thing in the morning, because as I get tired and I go throughout my day, stuff starts to like freeze up and seize up again, so I'm not as mobile as I can be first thing in the morning. So I'm trying to figure out what is that best time for the majority of the people that I'm trying to help with chronic pain. My pain is figuring out when that is, and then my gain is actually being able to get my message to them when it's best for them. So think today about something that you can do that probably stretches your comfort zone and might feel a teeny bit comfortable at first, but you know that if you do it, it will change your life forever. I honestly already, with just 90 days or so into this, I know that I'm already changed a lot. I mean, if you want, you can go back and you can watch like my first couple of daily scare share videos, and I'm sure they're horrible. I'm not going to go back and watch them. I can tell you that right now. I'm not ever going to go back. I don't even watch the ones as I do them, so I'm certainly not going to go back and watch, 90 days ago or 92 days ago, but I'm sure they're very funny. But I can't go back even to being that person, because as painful as those first ones were, and I'm sure are to watch, I'm a different person now, and that's pretty exciting. So that's right there, a perfect example of a temporary pain has led me to a permanent gain. So what can you do today to gain some leverage on yourself by doing something that's a little painful, but that you know will pay dividends for years to come, if not for the rest of your life? Go out and do it. And maybe it's just you tell somebody you love them. Maybe it's like me, you go clean another area of your room. I actually did get rid of a whole bunch of stuff to charity yesterday, and that just freed up a bunch of space in my room and in my mind. So go out and make it an awesome day, and I will see you again tomorrow with day 94 of the Daily Scare Share. Bye. Have an awesome day.